right, young Groms, we're hopping in my sister's car right now and we are headed out to go surf. The truck is not running so well, to be honest, and we're meeting some adversity. So it's in the shop right now for like the 4th time in 3 weeks. And honestly, I've kind of been on the hunt for a new vehicle. So we are doing the little formula right now to get my sister's car started. And then we are headed out down to the beach. Let's do this thing. Wow, it's definitely shallow. It's definitely shallow. This looks pretty sick though. This looks sick. All right guys, I've actually been bringing my barrel board down to the beach multiple times, but I haven't surfed it properly in a while. So I think I'm gonna take out the 6.6 rounded pin and try to get barreled. Yeah, a cord. All right, let's do it. Oh, look at that. I'm absolutely freezing. It was super fun, but I literally just surfed for 2.5 hours and the 4-3 was epic, but my hands were just so cold, so hard changing. But yeah, that was epic. So cold, I'm absolutely frozen, but that was epic. Got to surf a bunch. I've been working a ton. I know I stacked a bunch of epic clips in California, had a few fun strikes here on Long Island, but it is definitely tough. I've been working a ton and I've been using the Basis paddle trainer, which is epic. I would recommend anyone getting one just to like do 1 or 2 paddles a week, even if you're surfing often. I've been missing swells just because I've had like life stuff going on, and you guys see me driving my sister's car, so it's really nice to just eliminate one variable out of this whole epic puzzle that is surfing. But yeah, I haven't surfed in a little while, but my paddle strength is feeling great. We're gonna head home right now. I'm so hungry after like burning all these calories, staying warm, and yeah, this is my dream life, even though it is challenging at times. Like we have to switch between cars. I've had my truck in the shop literally 4 different times in the past like 1 month. So a lot of stuff going on, but we are saving money and we're making it happen. So stay tuned, because we got a lot of epic content coming. Good morning, young Groms. My name is Lucas Hildreth. Today is my 29th birthday, and we are in my hospital apartment. We are getting the quiver ready. I have all my barrel boards right here, my 7.0, my 6.6 squash tail, my 6.6 rounded pin, and it's actually pumping here in New York. I doubt it's big enough to ride the 7.0, but you never know what's gonna happen. So I wanna be super prepared, and if I'm not having a good session out there, I wanna switch between boards. So we're fired up and we're about to go surf. All right, guys, it is May 24th, 2026. We are getting out there. Let's do this thing. Realizing that I'm now 29 years old. I started making videos when I was 12, but I didn't really start vlogging until around I was 20. So for the past like 9 years, we've been at this channel and we're just slowly chipping away. Like there's really been no meteoric rise. There's just small little, like, you know, getting a few followers every month. But I kind of love the fact that this channel is small, that we are keeping this community small. I feel like I know every one of you guys, and you guys know a little bit about me because I don't have a huge following. I'm not making any money doing this. So it's not like I am like doing things just for the content. Every session you see, I am doing it because I love it. I love the video, I love the aspects of making videos, I love the surfing, I love the waves, I love the boards, I love the travel, I love all the funny things that happen along the way, and I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change these past 9 years. If I had to go back and do it over again, I would, but just because I'd want to have all the fun that I have had, I'd want to have it one more time. So yeah, we're fired up. This session is looking pretty brutal, but you never know what'll happen. All right, young Groms, that was an epic session. So much fun, and I think the best part about it was just how physically demanding it was. I was duck diving, I was diving, I was jumping, I was popping up. Trying to get through all these waves was super hard. My arms got a great workout. Honestly, never felt fully gassed, so probably due to the Basis paddle trainer that I've been using. Even if I go like 10 days without surfing, it's awesome just to hop on that once or twice. But yeah, it is epic. Just getting exercise, going outside, you know, risking the long drive and getting broken down along the way, and all the issues that come with surfing. But yeah, I had a great time. It was great just to feel the power of the ocean. I didn't really catch one good wave or anything primarily notable, but I got a lot of good feelings. I felt the speed. That red board is super fast, so yeah, it was just a really good time, and we are headed to Trader Joe's. Alright guys, good morning in Groms. We are headed out for my last surf session in New York. It is 5:27 in the morning, and I am headed down to the beach to surf here in New York, and then I am headed back home, and then I am headed to Baltimore. So although I have taken care of gunshot wounds and stabbings here on the North Shore of Long Island, and have covered multiple traumas from Queens while I'm at LIJ and Cohen's Children's Hospital, there isn't that much, you know, knife and gun trauma here on Long Island. All right, guys, let's do this. Last session in New York. So our program sends us to Shock Trauma Hospital, which is a branch of University of Maryland. And yeah, we go to Baltimore for 1 month, and it is very regimented how they do trauma. Everyone calls this hospital Shock for its full name, which is Shock Trauma. But at this hospital, we get such good experience. Their trauma protocolized. We made it out to the lineup. There's actually a little wave. It looks bigger once you're in the water. My goal is to catch 3 good waves. I want to get a lot of good speed and then do a maneuver. And that's pretty much all I could ask for in this session. It's a beautiful morning here in New York. Their trauma protocols are extremely regimented, and basically we are set up at the right side of the bed, and the surgery team is set up at the left side of the bed, and our main procedure that we do are chest tubes. A chest tube is something that you place when a patient is either involved in a trauma or a spontaneous pneumothorax or a large pleural effusion. In all these cases, the lung is collapsed. For a pneumothorax, the lung just collapses. And in the pleural space, there's a bunch of air where the lung should be inflated. It actually is just deflated. A hemothorax is when there is a ton of blood that pools up inside someone's thoracic space that basically causes their lung to be pushed down on itself. And most of the time these patients are extremely unstable, and they're about to die at any point because they're basically trying to oxygenate and ventilate with just one lung. So it's a really simple, easy stabilizing matter for an emergency medicine doctor to place a chest tube and reinflate their lung. I have done 3 chest tubes for 2 pneumothoraxes and 1 hemothorax while at North Shore and LIJ for my training here on Long Island. But we need 10 to graduate. So I'm hoping to do a lot more on real people and be able to help them if they are in these traumatic situations where they've collapsed the lung either from spontaneous impact or blood pooling up. The tide is coming in. I think that's going to be all she wrote from this session, and I'm so grateful that I got to surf one last time in my home state of New York. It's definitely kind of bittersweet. I'm gonna miss my home and my friends on Long Island, and I'm stoked I got to surf with some of them this morning. But yeah, we gotta pack the car up. Not too much time to get sentimental. and head down to Baltimore. All right, young Groms, we actually stopped by a baby shower for one of my friends, and now we are headed to Baltimore.